Not yet.
Shh.
Woo! That was cool.
Hi.
Hello.
Good morning.
That was so fun.
Afternoon, evening. Thanks, Tracy.
Hey.
Don't mess with the
Comment.
time zone, Kristen.
We're
Where
trying to
am
get fancy. Good
was
evening. Welcome, guys.
I don't think I can read any of the comments.
What?
I don't think I can read any of the comments this way.
Oh, on your iPad?
Yeah. Don't worry.
Yeah, it kind of sucks that way.
Clinton, Rob, do you ever see any content or comments?
Clinton, now I know why
Not-
you're so quiet all the time.
Not
I
on
mean,
my old
besides that
iPhone.
it's you.
I wish when I had that the laughing thing that I couldn't see comments. Because that's what kept me going.
Ramsey,
Thank you, Kevin.
Contos.
What's
we're
up,
looking at you.
guys?
Learn something new every day.
All right. So, what are our topics for tonight? I know someone's responsible, unlike me. Other than I do know that I want to talk about what I've been doing in my life, which has been updating everything. I'm getting like, oh, hi, Liz. Thanks for the cards, girl. I've been getting like
It's Ramsey.
super fancy with my stuff. So, what are our topics, anyone? Anna?
Well, I think we're going to talk about making sure that your profiles are updated and things that you can do at home. Let's start with
What
that.
else? You want to start with that? All right. So, to start that bad boy off,
Stuff, the coffee. I
Yes.
don't know where he went though. He disappeared.
He's making
Yeah.
an espresso because that's what he drinks.
So to start that off, let's start with you, Clinton, since you were the most recent admin team member to update your Facebook profile.
Literally just.
Oh, did you finally do it? So I was told as we're about to go on in here that I had Clinton's office wrong because he recently made the move. And I'm like, well, that's what his profile says. And we're always preaching to update profiles, right? So I'm like,
Right.
oh, I'll take a screenshot. This is where he says he works.
Yeah.
Gosh.
So how long ago did you move, Clinton? I mean, I think
A
we've
month.
got plenty of time, all of us.
A month and a half ago. A month and a half ago I moved.
So yeah, so we've had plenty of time, and I know that was something that is actually on the topics of discussion to
Yeah.
make sure all of our profiles. But that was perfect for that to happen to you of all people, since we're always
Totally.
saying that. So it's a good lead-in.
Yes.
Yep.
So Kristen, you have a download
Download it.
checklist.
Ramsey said, didn't we have this conversation? Because Ramsey and I had the conversation of what should I be doing right now?
And that's good. I know last year, my broker and I did a class for our board, and it was all about your online presence and kind of like what to do and just to Google yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know
100%.
if I was able to beat me because that was how I went into the class. I wanted everyone to Google themselves and
Yeah.
see what pops up. Don't type in Remax. Don't type in Realtor. Just type in their name. And if anybody could beat me, they got like a $25 gift card. And I don't know that anyone could really beat me.
So,
Right.
Heather, can we do share screens on this as well, or no? If we can, I'll show you guys the Realtor page I did. If you want, if not, no big deal.
Do you see share screen?
Yeah, I do. You want me
So I
to?
think because we have the max of 6, it may remove your face, but try it.
Okay.
If
All
you
right,
have
let's see, guys.
try it. I'm all
So-
about learning new things, so let's go for it.
All right, is that up? Am I
No,
doing it right? No.
usually I'll have a
wait.
little box so I can click it.
I probably have to click share. Share audio. I should have selected that first, guys.
I was like, we lost Clinton. What happened?
Okay, how about?
Everyone look at Bri.
Did that work?
Yes, yes,
Is it
yes.
working?
Oh, wow.
All right.
Cool.
Cool.
Yay.
So here's something to share with you guys. Is if you go to realtor.com, we'll wait for Clinton to finish.
Someone
Hey,
mute
Clinton,
Clinton.
So this is my recently updated realtor.com profile. It walks you through your heading right here as to what the dimensions are. It gives you, the only thing I don't have are reviews. The reason for that is because I direct all of my clients to Google to review me there, and I don't need them giving me a review in 10,000 other places. My bio still needs to be updated. I have not done that yet because I have to just marinate. But work on your experience, your area served. Guys, let me tell you, where I live, there's like 152 zip codes. Google your zip codes, add them in. Your special, whatever you specialize in, your contact information, your websites, where you're at, anything else you want to share. That's what I recommend. So let me stop this bad boy. Did it work?
Yes.
Mhm.
Did I do it?
That was exciting.
Oh my gosh, that was so cool. So it was weird because I felt like I was like doing it in the dark. I had no idea what it looked like on your end. Oh no, wait, but look, I can see it on my phone.
That's awesome. That's good to know. I wasn't sure because I knew we had the max. If what would happen if we tried to share, and I thought well, maybe I have to make it so you're not visible. So that's good to know that we can have 6 people and be able to share screens. That's exciting. And I do want to add for brokers, if you go into your realtor.com office profile, you can download a report. It is going to tell you which agents have their profile with their phone number, their website, all of the cities, all of that. So if you are a broker, make sure go in there, download that report. This is a great time to be able to reach out to your agents to make sure they are updating.
And I'm glad you said that because on my profile, it gave me the option to click to allow my brokerage to edit and modify my page. So if you're in an office where you have like a Frankie Kappa in Texas who can sit there and edit your realtor.com page for you, by all means, give your brokerage that access and let them take out the work for you.
Here it goes, Frankie.
We certainly do that kind of stuff. So that's good to know. It's like tag team. Oh, wait, wrong way. Tag team.
Wait, I don't know. Wait, I cannot. Wait.
So that's good to know. I did not know. Tag team. It's
back again. Check.
Bulls. I love you. Where have you been all my life, Brian? Bulls. I haven't seen you in a decade.
Thanks
for joining.
Last week, and brokers were trying to think of just fun ways to engage. Can you hear me?
A little louder.
Is it too loud?
I can hear you. You're good.
Anyways, they were trying to think of a fun way for brokers to get their agents engaged and do fun contests, and that realtor.com one might be a good fun way.
Yep.
Can you really not hear me?
No, we can hear you. They're just messing with you. I can hear you. That's all that matters.
I can talk louder.
It's like the louder you go, the softer it gets. And I don't know why. That's so weird. I'm not making that up.
So here's some other things for you guys to work on as well. Go through your Facebook business page. I'm actually working on my About Me section. You can now embed photos and stuff into that to make it look like a magazine. It looks pretty cool. I haven't uploaded anything yet. I will share the screen or a screenshot of it once it's complete. Update your Zillow profile, update anything in Google. You've got downtime. Go ahead and start adding those photos and stuff to your little Google thing to help pull in more people. Or, hello, y'all have community photos from listings and things like that. Start uploading to like parks and Google Maps and here and there to help boost your visibility.
And
please,
if you don't have those photos and you're allowed to leave your house, right now is a great time to be taking those photos because there's no one out unless your playgrounds all have and parks all have caution tape around them like ours do, but like your downtown areas, if you are able to and you maintain your social distancing and your community allows you to, I got a whole lot of flack for my post the other day of me picking some things up around town. So
So Ida wants to know if there is not, because everything is a completely different platform. Start with the platforms you use the most. In all honesty, you're not going to get it all done in one stint. There's just no way. And if you don't do anything else, please do this. Please put that you work for Remax on your Facebook personal profile and make it public. That's it.
Stop being a secret agent.
So
No, don't.
one of the tips that I have is create like a Google Doc of your about me info, your zip codes, all of the things where you can then just copy and paste it every time from one place and then put it wherever it needs to go. And
So
then,
now
have
you
a
tell me about
spreadsheet
that
where
with zip
it's
codes. Thanks.
And another
But
thing
some
I know,
places you can't copy and paste zip codes because you have to enter them in, or else it'll just be one zip code.
except for in some places, you have to enter the zip code, hit enter, then the other one. Lots of fun stuff. But I do know, with doing the Boosh sites and stuff, probably the number one thing I get is like, where did you get that name? Because that's not my name, or I go by this, and my phone number is not that, it's this. And that's all your Boosh websites are pulling from your public profile that's on Remax.com, which is in Max Center. There is a blue tile that says My Account. That is where all of that information is changed. So if you go by a different name, go change it in there. If you want your cell phone to be prominent, go in there and make that. Make sure your social media, your websites, everything is active, and make sure your bio's in there. Otherwise, you will get just a very generic, I'm a Remax agent and blah, blah, blah. So make sure that is where all of that is stored, and that's what's going to be displayed on Remax.com, as well as what agents doing the referrals inside of your Max Center. That's also what's going to be displayed. So
Make sure you have a photo so you're not a balloon head.
yeah, don't be a balloon head.
And update your photos. Like, I still can't figure out where my MLS has this blonde-haired photo of me. I haven't had blonde hair since 2017. So I'm just kind of like, I can't figure it out. I've changed everything else.
If it's in your MLS, and maybe you need to update with your MLS board.
I did. Everywhere online I can.
No, well, I mean, with my MLS, I have to email them to make the changes.
Oh, yeah, no. Ours is like you do it.
Rob's back.
Sorry.
Oh, I got two Robs, but I'm missing somebody.
I'm gonna come back.
Okay, get rid of Rob number 2. Get rid of the one without the camera.
Without the camera. So we lost Clinton.
And Kristen.
This is great. Great session, guys. All right, everyone. What's going on in your world?
So
Hang on. Now,
someone was asking if they could put stuff like all this information in a Word file. So I have a Mac and I have an iPhone, so I keep everything in my Notes app, so it syncs everywhere I go. And I'm sure that Android and whatever other people use has something similar like that. But like Google Drive, if you have Google Drive, you can create just like a little Word file in there or something like that and update it there, and you have it anywhere you log in to your Google Drive.
Yep.
Yeah, I use Google Drive for a lot of that, the stuff that I use all the time, like hashtags or the different emojis I may use for different things. I just keep everything in Google Drive, and I just have that sheet open and copy and paste.
Or you can
I'm not gonna lie.
Or you can create like a keyword shortcut that you just type a little shortcut and it fills everything in. Like my signature, for example, if I'm texting and people asking for my information, I just do SIG and it completes everything with my email address, website, phone, and office address as well.
Well, I use too many, so I could not remember. It's easier to copy and paste than to remember a shortcut.
Hey, Michael. Hey,
Can you hear me now?
Barely.
Who's breaking something?
That was my husband.
Oh, that was your house. I had my dogs barking a few minutes ago.
I told my family, leave me alone for an hour. Just go away.
hey guys, while we're on the subject of updating your profile, I know Bri mentioned this briefly, but if you don't have, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh my God. Goodbye, Kristen. If you don't have that you work for Remax in your Facebook profile, every time you post, which for most of you is 3 times a day, you're missing a huge opportunity to just subtly remind people that you work for Remax. Now, I'm subtle about the fact that I work for Remax, but
Totally.
100%. Now, if you want to go to the absolute wild and crazy next level, my good friend Elizabeth Reynolds Baker suggested that we put a small Remax balloon in our profile picture. That way, when you're posting pictures of the park or wherever you're getting coffee or somewhere, it's always in that profile, and it's just a constant touch point of, oh yeah, this person may not post about their business all the time, but this person who does very normal things like shop at Target, like Kristen Long, works for Remax, and that just keeps you top of mind as, everyone's preferred agent.
I always say product placement in everything you do. And
What was that?
I've never sold houses. I mean, I have my license, but I like being on the other side, and I still get referrals from friends and family because I have the balloon in my post. I'd never say I listed something, but it's just top of mind. People associate the balloon with real estate. When they need real estate, they still come to me, and I'm happy to share the love. And I do have a license. Yes.
Bri, pour me some coffee.
Oh, wrong way. The other way.
You ready? Wait, hold on. I gotta get closer. Okay. We'll make sure it doesn't spill on it. Oh, I spilled it.
ABB, always be branding.
Yes. And that was another topic of discussion, was branding, right?
That is correct.
Yeah.
So even
because when
I've got my hustle, I've got my little balloon. These are actually all of these badges. I have to show it because it's just fun.
So, and then while she's grabbing that, guys, you want to do this because all of this is free organic marketing. It's free. That's a collection there.
Holy crap, Heather.
Damn. You have cornered the market on badges.
You want me to get mine?
You have enough flair there.
I only have 3.
I threw mine away.
I have all of mine.
I saved them.
So think about this, guys. The stuff that we're asking you to do, it's going to help you reach people, like Rob said. It's just a very soft touch. And with that was creepy soft touch. And with that, it gives you the ability to market to your friends, to stay top of mind for free. And that's the goal. In all honesty, my entire business to this point on the realtor end of it, because I was like Heather years before for 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, I don't know, something like that. And when I got in this, I had to do everything for free because your girl was broke. And my entire business has been based off of marketing to my friends and staying top of mind for free on social media. I'm just now getting to the point where I'm starting to test Google ads and Facebook ads and things like that.
So Rob mentioned my one true love, Target, which I can't go to right now. But when I do go to Target, I used to make Target like my Thursday spot. And I would go to Target and I would sit at Starbucks and I would go and I would make myself work from the Target Starbucks for an hour. And I'd bring my iPad or my computer. But on my iPad, this is the back of it. So very subtle. My computer is not so subtle. It's my Bitmoji. But I would get people that would stop me all the time and I would just help. I mean, I was there as a resource. Some people would stop and they would have questions about, hey, we're getting ready to list our house, and they already had an agent. And, I was like, oh, that's great. And they'd ask advice on what they could do. And if it was something I felt like I could, without stepping on anybody's toes, answer, I would answer. But yeah, I would get a ton of business just from being at Target. Rob, I thought you didn't have pants on for a second.
Oh yes, I have that too.
Mine's in the office.
Mine's in the office.
So
This was a very special gift.
I will say
Aw.
though, if you're going to develop a brand and be a brand and live a brand, be yourself.
Hello, guys. Look at
Be
me.
Bri. Where are you? I can't be Bri. Bri can't be me. I can't be Heather. You have to be yourself.
I don't look so good in a bun. So we're like the extreme opposites. I never wear my hair up. And you
I
don't
never wear my hair down.
So one day
I
we'll,
just jacked it up
we'll have to trade. We'll like throw everyone
Hey,
off.
there I am.
Yeah,
Hey,
Guys.
All like wear buns. Welcome back, Clinton.
yeah, we're talking about hair.
Yeah, he can wear the wig and make that a bun. We're talking about branding. And you're very good.
I love you.
Clinton is amazing with his stuff.
We all love you, Tammy.
I'm like, who are you talking to?
Clinton, why don't you talk a little bit about how you come up with some of the branding? Because you've actually done cards for a couple of us, and especially with my cards, I know that you really did your research. So I'm sure you have tips for everyone else about how to find your brand.
Yep.
Who's got the echo? Is that you, Rob?
Probably Clinton.
Yeah.
No, there's something going on in the background in Clinton's space.
Still?
No, you're
Oh, we
good
can-
now.
We can hear you. It just sounded like someone was yelling. I heard
No.
Clinton.
I had the web page open too while I was getting set up. I had to steal somebody's webcam.
Oh, okay.
So Clinton, branding.
Brendan.
I'm like, who's Brendan?
He called you Anna last week. It's okay. You're even now.
What was the question?
Branding.
Branding.
Branding. So, like,
Yeah,
when
we're all
it came
talking about
to
branding.
when it came to my business cards, you
Yep.
did research in order to help dictate who I am as a person and my own unique individuality. So I'm sure you have
Totally.
to share with everyone else about what they should look for within themselves.
Yeah, I view business cards as that first date, that first impression, and I think that we get too generic with our cards and our branding even. So like when I was doing Bri's card, I searched through a lot of her social media posts. I searched through some of her just some of her marketing. I listened to some of her videos to see how she interacted with people. Like I made a list of Bri-isms that kind of stood out so that we could talk about, or when we're creating that card, it really spoke to who Bri was. So I think that's, especially now, we've got to show the human side of us as opposed to just the corporate side. So, that's where I've gone with the branding personally.
So there's a Jeff Bezos quote that says, personal brand is what people say about you when you leave the room. And it's one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
And I think that the biggest struggle people have is that they're like, I don't know what my brand is. I don't know what my brand is, but now my brand's Bitmojis, Buns, and Target. And that just kind of happens.
It works.
I mean, it works.
Yeah.
I had someone ask me if the holographic card Clinton made for me, where I'm like looking up like this, and they were like, why would you pick a picture like that? And I was like, because now you're going to remember it because you brought it up. And I saw that person 2 months afterwards, and they're like, you know what? I always remember you now because of your business card. So that's
Bri,
why I took a silly photo.
Do you have the cards that I made for you?
I do. Hold on, guys.
I don't know where
I'll
mine
be
is.
back.
My business
You're
card,
wearing pants.
my business card.
I am wearing pants. Today I did.
And it has
Yay.
Bitmoji on it.
I put pants on today.
I find
What?
that people are like, why do you have your Bitmoji on it?
Ramsey, do you have your cards? Can we see your cards? Because we know that Clinton made your cards. Or Rob.
Ramsey, text me a picture of your card.
Yeah, I did Ramsey's as well. His were actually really fun because we played off of the whole Cards Against Humanity thing. Rob's got some as well. Yeah.
I've got like a gazillion cards from Clinton.
I played that for the first time on Valentine's.
What'd you
Did
say?
you play the dirty version?
Yes.
The dirty version's awesome.
I had to Google a lot.
Did you try the big black box one?
I had no idea what this stuff was.
And then, so here's one, which is my current card. And this, wait, wrong way. Oh, and this is my old one. So this is the one that someone was like, why would you put a picture with your face like that? Because you remember it, son. And it works.
That's the first one we did, though, right, Bri? Like that card was.
Yeah, but they're two different brokerages. So
yeah.
I just have so many of them. I'm gonna use them, and I really love this card. Like it's a black suede.
Yeah.
And then it's the holographic. It is so cool.
Yeah.
I change my picture in my hair all the time. Anyways, like I think I'm gonna go orange next. So I figure whatever. I'll just
What color
use them
is
all
it
up.
now?
Yeah, I think it's orange.
It's like faded red.
My favorite is your sunset.
That took 16 hours to do.
Yeah.
Hey, we got
Oh my God.
Do it again.
Yeah. Now's the time. Hey, speaking of branding, I know that a lot of you are in lockdown and you can't go out. But when I was filming the video that I made recently with the butcher, I was the butcher Anna. I was wearing my little Remax badge, and I was filming on my phone in front of the butcher shop, saying, the butcher here in Manly West is now offering free home delivery. I'm relatively new to my area. I've only been there for about 6 months, and I sort of felt a little bit depressed because I felt like no one knew me or what was going on. I had 3 people in 5 minutes come up and say, "Hey, you're the digital agent. What are you doing here at the butcher?" And I'm like, that's me. And they're like, "Yeah, well, we think as soon as we come out of this corona crisis, you're going to be at the head of this because you're creating, marketing that everyone sees." And I'm like, wow, gee, thanks. Now, to be fair, none of them knew my name, but they knew my brand and they recognized the Remax badge that I was wearing. And I was kind of shocked that everyone knew what I was doing. And then, of course, I made that video for the butcher, and he put it up on his page, and it's had more than 1,500 views in my local community now. So, the 1,497 people, or whatever the math is, who didn't see me actually filming it, have now seen it, and they've seen me wearing my Remax badge, and they've seen me supporting my local business. So, there's a lot you can be doing right now to not necessarily seek listings and sales, because being seen to drive your own business right now might not be the way to go, especially if real estate is off the cards. But get your name out there at the moment and build relationships. Now, really briefly, instead of expecting all of those people who see the video to list with me, I think it's actually going to be that butcher that I supported and helped with his video, when he's talking to the 200 people who come into his shop every day, and one of them says they're moving, he's going to be the one that recommends me, probably stronger than anyone who's seen that video, because I've gone out of my way to help his business in a time of crisis. And I'm sure you guys have friends in related industries around you that could use a hand.
Right.
And that's where it's about serving, not selling.
Yeah.
And right now, and I think that's fantastic what you're doing, and we're slowly starting to see that. Well, in my market down, my entire feed is still where I used to live, not so much Tennessee. I don't know what's going on up here, but at least down there, and they're obviously the businesses that I know. So I'm constantly sharing that, and I love seeing how everyone's coming together, and businesses to feed, the hospitals and people that are serving and stuff like that. It's fun to watch that. Those are feel good. They're very emotional.
Yeah,
so
totally.
I think all of that is great. And I think we could definitely be doing more of that right now, or at least those that can.
The two
And if that's
phrases,
go ahead, you're good, girl.
the 2 phrases that I love so much right now are serve, don't sell, and lead with love. So become a leader.
I like that. Lead
Do
with
it from your
love.
heart.
LWL, lead with love, hashtag LWL.
So if you're like me and you can't necessarily, or you're in an area where it's probably not safe,
Stay the F home.
Yeah, stay home and do something funny or something creative with your videos. I don't know if any of you guys have seen like the most ridiculous videos that I've been putting out there, but the funny thing is that people, right? Like here, I thought they were like a little, like, do I really want to share that? But like people call me and text me and they're like, oh my gosh, that's hilarious. So guess what they're going to think of now when it's time to buy their house? Me, because they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, she's hilarious. She'll be so much fun to work with, which it depends on the day. I might be a little scatterbrained, but you know, I'll keep it entertaining and interesting.
Your lives are a lot of fun. Not even lives, just the videos. You were the cooking. I'm like, see, I never learned how to cook until I moved up here, but I could totally see like that was my mom with me trying to teach me how to cook. It was 100%. I could totally feel you because I knew that's exactly what she was feeling with.
And can I tell you guys, I had no idea I was a helicopter mom until Rhonda pointed it out. Thanks, guys. Now I'm aware.
What does that mean?
Did you guys see Monica Bullington is in John's office in Bloomington?
Yep.
She did a hilarious video on how to prepare your house while you're trapped at home, and it was so funny. It was actually in an Inman article, so I'll share it. I think she shared it in the group, but just those kinds of like. We watched Bri eat cereal for 3 full minutes.
Yep.
It was amazing.
And then I made sure on my next grocery order there was cinnamon donuts and coconut milk. So
Bri, maybe you should be a rep for Kellogg's.
There you go. It's in my future.
It's 5 minutes of my life I'll never get back.
I bet you wanted cereal now.
I love cereal.
But
anyway, what's next?
Any more tips on branding?
So if you don't know what your brand should be or what your brand looks like, call your mom, call your best friend, call your favorite coworker.
Look in the mirror.
What?
Look in the mirror.
Look in the mirror. You are your brand.
Well, yeah, but there's a lot of people that are like, I don't know what I am, and I would have never told you that my bun was going to become my brand. It's just how I wear my hair. But if you ask 3 people, or if you ask the people closest to you 3 words that come to mind or 3 things that come to mind when they think of you, and then compare those and pick like 3 things. Make it very short, sweet, to the point.
Which reminded me, now I have to backtrack to the post on my Facebook page, but any of you guys who are personal friends of mine, I had asked, I think that exact question was name 3 words that describe me, because my thought was I'm going to use that in my branding somehow to create something. And then my life took a spiral and I completely forgot, and Kristen just reminded me. So when it comes to that, like she said, make a Facebook post, see what people say about you.
I think if you look back through your stuff, you'd be surprised at how much that speaks to you as well. Like if you just look through the stuff that, like the brands that you like, if you look through your Instagram at the posts that you've liked, that speaks a lot to your personality as well. And I think that we overlook that side of it.
Well, and I think it kind of like, I have people that I'll give my Bitmoji card to, and they kind of are like, I'm probably not going to want to work with you if you are offended by a cartoon card.
Yeah.
Just being real.
Yeah. I get asked all the time, especially here in Australia, by people who, well, I don't know about where you guys are, but the real estate industry here is very, very formal. It's very, I must drive a Mercedes. I must wear a suit. And people say, Rob, how can you list and sell being your wacky self? And the honest truth is the people who want a totally formal, buttoned-down Mercedes driving, serious speaking realtor are not going to list with me. And that's freaking great. You know why? because the people who do list with me want to be creative, they want to have some fun, they want some honest communication, they don't want any nonsense, and they're who I like to serve, which is young families with kids for the most part. And that means when I need things like price adjustments or communication meetings or serious conversations about whether they should take this offer, they believe me because I'm the authentic self that they listed with in the first place. And it just means that my whole process is so much easier. So unless you're, I don't know, some kind of weird freak that no one likes, people are going to like you for exactly who you are. And you might as well be your authentic self because it'll make your job 100 times easier. I mean, look at Bob, for example. I mean, not everyone's going to necessarily list with
Not everybody's
Bob
going to buy with Bob.
But
Go with Bob.
Love Bob.
Never broke my heart.
but he's killing it by being his authentic self, and you guys don't have to plug yourself in and play the electric guitar to make yourselves that incredibly loud. But being exactly who you are, even if it is that button-down person, will attract your natural clients and make your life and your job so much easier.
But can we just talk about this for a minute?
It's like Kristen, but different.
It also reminds me of, can I say it out loud? I shouldn't say it out loud. I'm going to say it out loud.
We're uncensored here. Go ahead.
You can't tease us like that. Come on.
I told this to Bri and Clinton the other day. But he reminds me of the old guy in the first season of Walking Dead.
What?
What's his name?
That really old guy that had this
Earl?
goofy beard.
Archer.
Herschel?
I don't know. I'll find him.
The farm dad.
The one that lost his leg and then he died?
Yeah.
He got
Herschel.
decapitated.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we just ruined Walking Dead for a lot of people.
Spoiler
Well, that's
alert.
first season. We're like on 10.
That fourth season. That was like season 2, maybe.
Yeah, no.
You must have binge watched it by now.
Oh, I guess he was on 1.
4 or 5. No, I don't think so.
1 into 2.
Can you see the resemblance? Sorry,
Poor
Bob.
Bob.
And he's wearing Rick's hat in his. So he looks like Herschel wearing Rick's hat.
Yeah, exactly.
Does Herschel ever wear Rick's hat?
No.
Has anyone seen my hat? My hat is lost somewhere in the States. And hey, Remax Network, if you can find my hat, I'd like it back, please.
Poor hat.
I don't see
It's
it.
I know.
I
It's
had
my 6th one. I keep losing the bloody things.
Maybe we don't get hats
And that's a
anymore.
brand, right? Or at least it was. Used to be.
They make this little thing called tile, and maybe you should
Yes.
sew it into the brim of the hat, and then you can locate it when you lose it again.
Or, Rob, sew a business card inside of it.
Yeah,
That's an idea.
it's an idea. Where's Rob's hat? All right, what else is on our topics, Anna? You're the responsible adult who's in charge of this.
Well, we already talked about a little bit about it, but we also were supposed to talk about networking with the community and doing like community videos, which we already touched, but so we don't need to add anything else to it. Maybe we could.
Well,
Okay.
Well, for people who are stuck at home, you can still do a community video. If you've got a store in your neighborhood, like your favorite Thai restaurant that is doing delivery, it's not like you can't be like, look at this delicious Thai food that I just got from Thai Superstar near my house. Guys, they delivered in 20 minutes. It was amazing. If you're living in the North Springfield area, let me tell you, these are the people to go with. And the people who are in your immediate community are probably looking for a fresh, fast, healthy source of local food. So that content might seem a little bit cheesy to you, but it might have really, really good value to your network. And if you have the, there it is. Wait, there. If you have the Remax balloon sitting there in your profile picture while you're putting out relevant content, not only are you helping out that restaurant, you're helping out your neighbors, and you're putting out relative content while branding.
And I know one of my agents, she started a group all about the fast food, who's delivering, who's, doing takeout so that businesses can be sharing and other people can be sharing. And I don't know, the last time I checked, there was almost 2,000 members, but that was after the first week. So it's just a group where the community gets together and businesses are able to share their new hours, what specials and what they're all doing. So, I mean, I think that's a great way. Everyone's on their computers being able to do that and share all that information, who's still open and all that. So that was a great
Guys,
Kelsey
I
did.
would watch you if you just did local takeout to support local businesses and you literally did ASMR videos. Like, I don't
all
care
about
if
the
it's just
ASMR videos, guys.
I just want to see a realtor do it, and I keep saying I'm going to do it, and I haven't done it yet.
So-
What the hell is ASMR?
I think that it's
when
that
people
weird
just
whispering and,
whisper
like,
the
cut
whole
stuff in
time.
knives. We'll
Yes,
send some.
or they chew sushi. You just ask for it like this.
So part 2 of what Matt was saying. Where's Rob?
So
Hi. Yeah, I'm over here.
Think about the abilities. So I keep saying, if Kelly Ripa and Ryan Seacrest can do a morning show in terrible lighting with terrible audio for an hour that tens of thousands of millions of people are tuning into.
I mean, it's
She
like
had makeup on
you got-
today.
You got
You
terrible
can grab
audio.
your
I have
phone.
terrible lighting. So yeah, it's kind of like us.
Yeah, you can grab your phone and call up the owner of that Thai restaurant and say, "Hey, I'm gonna hop on a video real quick. Would you mind just sharing your hours?" And that's just, I mean, there's so many local businesses that don't even, they're sunk right now. They have no idea. There's not, I mean, the local coffee shop down the street doesn't have a group like this that's meeting and sharing ideas and sharing content. They have no idea what to do right now. So take the tools that you're learning here and extend an arm out to those local businesses and just say, hey, local coffee shop, can we hop on a video? And I'd love to, support your business and share what your hours are and how people can order.
Anna, did you have an idea?
Yeah.
And it can be a shitty video too. Sorry, I just said shitty.
You can say shitty, Kristen. It's okay.
It's not a curse word in Australia or Trinidad.
Not in
Yeah,
Canada.
bloody out, mate.
So not just restaurants and local businesses, but what about local farmers? Farmers market are probably not happening. So people are not going to the spots where farmers markets usually hang out to buy fresh vegetables. But a lot of people are posting videos and pictures of them cooking at home. So why not talk to the local farmers, get like a fresh produce at home and whatnot, and then cook with that produce and give credit to that farmer wherever you got the fresh produce. And at the same time, you get people commenting because you're talking about food. Because nowadays, food posts seem to get a lot of engagement. What's for dinner? #
cereal.
Well, we had a member that also got, she made the local paper with her bingo, her local business bingo post.
Her what?
Her local business bingo post. Am I quiet again?
No, you just said her local business lingo.
I just wanted to hear you say it 10 times fast.
It's my Canadian accent. It's messing it up.
There was a realtor, had a game, and bingo was its name. Oh.
So, John, I keep going back to John Armstrong's office. It's in Bloomington, Illinois. It's about 45 minutes from me. He requires that his agents join this group, so thank you, John. But one of their agents created, and I think we might be a little bit past the community page creation point.
Yeah.
But if your community doesn't have one, by all means look into it. But I think that they're pretty oversaturated right now. But she created a page and got, I think there's like over 5,000 people in the group now. And there's a Google Doc that just updates with what businesses are open. Because a lot of businesses in my community are closing. So they've been open throughout this, but now they can't sustain it, or they're not able to get produce from the farmers because farmers are kind of just scrapping things and just dumping it now.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But
I mean, some farms around here, they do like a month subscription kind of thing. So you can subscribe to farms and they deliver fresh fruit to you kind of thing.
I wish we had that.
In my area, by connecting with some of the organic restaurants and helping them do videos, I've discovered that the farmers that supply them are now doing home delivery for $45 of big boxes of fresh organic vegetables once a week. So that's a great thing to share on my personal page, on my community page. And, even though I don't eat vegetables, because in Australia, all you do is eat steak, mate. Veggies, it's not cool.
Oh, you eat veggies? Isn't that vegetables?
And Tim Tam?
Yeah, steaks and Tim Tams.
Those are
And
good.
kangaroo.
Don't eat the roos.
They're delicious and
Stop.
organic.
The root is on fire.
That's like, I buy organic bison. It's so good. Oh. Target sells it, Kristen.
What? Target sells organic bison?
Yup.
My Target does not have food.
Aren't all bison organic?
I can't walk inside my
It could be genetically modified, like most things, like chicken.
There's those bison that are on the roids. You see them at the gym working out. No, they're not. No.
That's
an Australian thing.
Rob. We don't eat humans.
I made a buffalo burger the other day. That was weird. It was not as good as I planned.
You made a buffalo what?
A buffalo burger.
Bison burgers are good.
Good, Rob.
That was
That was
good.
good.
Yeah, I'm sort of figuring out which direction to turn because it's opposites and I'm upside down here.
So if
This
it's
is
opposite,
much
I have to
normal.
turn this way. Am I looking?
Yeah,
at you?
see? But don't breathe in my direction. We need like 2 meters. Okay, better. See? There you go.
6 feet, 6 meters.
So on another note, speaking of these local groups and stuff, I've received group requests to join groups that, guys, I don't live in your area. Why are you sending me a request? Someone in Bloomington sent me a thing to join so I could find local something or whatever. And I'm like, I don't live in Illinois. I just visited
I know why.
there.
It's because all these people are asking all these other people to go into their friends lists and click the little button that says invite all.
No. You lose cool points with me on that one.
Well, you
Not
also-
only do you lose the very important Bri cool points, but Facebook's
They penalize you.
artificial intelligence algorithm gives your
algorithm.
Algorithm.
Algerian rhythm. Facebook's algorithm. God, guys, killing me here.
From a video.
It's from the video from R4.
The Remax video. Mr. Remax. You gotta watch.
Selling Mom's House, if you haven't watched it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Algorithm.
Algorithm. Facebook's organic artificial intelligence algorithm gives your group a relevancy score. Oh my God, I can't even. Where's my coffee? And if you've got realtors from Peru and China and Namibia in your local group that you're trying to promote to local people, Facebook will go, oh, this really isn't that relevant to your local people, and it won't show people locally your group.
Yep.
So try to add people within your postcode, because then it'll add more people in your postcode, and then it'll show your posts to more people in your postcode. Plus, those people in your postcode are more likely to like that Thai restaurant that you're recommending, rather than Kristen in Illinois, who's going to be like, oh, this isn't relevant to me, I'm not going to interact with this post. And then Facebook won't increase your organic reach, which is the whole point anyway. Oh, this really
Rob,
isn't relevant.
you lost me at postcode.
Show
I don't.
zip code. Zip code.
Postcode. Oh, got it.
Algorithm.
Algorithm.
There you go. There you go, Rob. It's right there for you, buddy.
Oh my gosh. Bless our hearts.
It's like really early in the morning here. Do I need this? I don't need this. I'm out of here.
What?
I feel like this is a really weird time.
Gosh.
I feel like this is a really weird time for us to all get together because Rob has just woken up.
Yes.
I am like gunzo by this time of day.
You are so temperamental today.
He needs
Yeah,
a
I'm
small-
out of here too, Rob.
So anyway,
Secrets out.
What is this? A stitch up?
An upside down one.
What's a stitch up?
well,
Yeah, what is
see-
this?
She was holding a blanket with stitch on it up, so I said it's a stitch up. But a stitch up in Australia is when someone plays a joke on you. Yeah, mate. I don't even have a reference for it.
But guys, like I'm like a 2-year-old. I haven't quite grown up, and like mine even has my name on it in case I lose it.
Oh my gosh.
It was a Christmas gift from someone, guys. Okay, so
How old were you?
I got it this year.
Oh.
So
Judge me?
here's one feature
Well,
that
that's like an old show.
I'm
Like,
gonna-
I think
I'm
my
gonna
daughter,
backtrack
she's
to how
16
we
now,
had
but
this
I'm pretty sure she had that stuff.
DisneyStore.com, guys.
Kristen wants to say something.
Anna wants to say
So
something.
Bree started the conversation with a make a list and let's maintain all of our things and upkeep. So Tracy asked the other day about Pinterest. And I went and looked at my Pinterest board, my business one, and I have over 7,000 monthly viewers on that thing.
There you
I
go.
wouldn't touch it. I haven't touched it in a year. But you want to know where I'm going to be now? Pinterest.
Pinterest.
It's
So
crazy.
got
It
added to my
is,
list of things.
for as long as I can remember, it's been in the top 3 driving force to drive traffic to my office website.
So I can-
Stories are slowly moving up, which I don't even know how they know that, because it's not like I have links in my stories. I don't even
Yeah.
know. But anyway, so stories are going into that top 5, but Pinterest always top 3 for the last several years. I make sure to blog. I have all the links that go back. And as people repen things, it's basically sharing on a reputable site, your website, I guess. And
And I'm a little mad at myself because, you know, in like 2015, I thought it was like I was just going to be a blogger. That was going to be my life. And I was going to travel the world. It didn't pan out. But I took down my blog and I like killed it like 6 months ago, maybe a year ago. Now I'm like, dang it. Why'd I kill it? Bring it back. Because that's a lot of what's on my Pinterest.
oh, that's kind of cool. 'Cause I have my vision board, and a lot of my vision board was for up here. It's just something, goals.
To be.
That's
I
that.
have 11
I'm one of those people who I don't know who I pay attention to. I just find pins and save them, and that works for my life.
Pinterest was down earlier tonight, and I needed a recipe off of it, and I was very angry.
I would have been mad. All of my recipes are on there. Which
But
I googled chicken the other day. Have you guys seen the names for some of these chicken recipes? They're pretty dirty.
Like
Have I told
tikka
you?
masala?
Maybe
I mean,
roasted
This is-
chicken.
This is how I share how I have Pinterest on my notes app, and now nothing's gonna load.
So Jane, I do like all of my office blogs. I have graphics, anything like that. Any content that I add onto the websites, I'll pin onto
Ooh.
Pinterest.
Speaking of that, Carlos has a lot of the graphics he shares to the group in a board on his Pinterest. That's
Pinterest.
probably the one person I know that I follow on Pinterest.
She's
Because I
very
even
quiet tonight, Sandy.
a few times I've seen some of my stuff on Pinterest like floating around. I'm like, oh, look at that. That's so pretty. But I go on there for recipes, and right now it's paint. I'm looking at funky paint ideas.
I looked up how to have a trolls party.
When my sister got married, because it's kind of cool, you can actually share a board, so we can all add things to the same board. So it's like me and all my sisters. So whenever we saw something, we could pin it to the shared folder. So that way, when we would have our wine nights, we'd be able to do all that. So that's pretty cool idea on there.
I'd like to share a cheese board.
Ooh,
A charcuterie board?
Oh,
so fancy,
Shark.
Kristen.
And then
Chart shoot.
And then
Tree
charcuterie.
algorithm.
Algorithm.
Don't forget the
Is
wine
this the-
pairing. Pair the wine with the cheese.
Hey,
I'll do that.
speaking of things that you can do at home, Kristen inspired me this week by getting on and reading a book. Kristen, can you tell me why you did that and what the response was like?
So we have a local, it's not really a mom blog, it's really like a community resource blog now. It's not even a blog, it's a website. And it's like, stop it, Clinton. And it's one of the top sources of community info. So they do it's called Goodnight Shambana, and they have a local celebrity read a book every night and record it, and then they play it at 7 p.m. every single night. So it's anything from school principals to news anchors. Our mayor read one, EMTs, firefighters. So it's really cool, and it's just reading a story. And I used to teach pre-K, so it was fun to get back to my old roots. I read The Pigeon Eats a Hot Dog or Finds a Hot Dog for anybody that wants to check it out.
Pigeons in the hot dog?
I just heard Pigeon Eats a Dog, and I was
A
like,
pigeon
what kind of a
finds
book
a
are
hot
you
dog.
reading?
Pigeons finds a hot dog.
There's a whole series of pigeon books, and they are so good.
And don't forget that your local hospital, the Children's Hospital, they're looking for people to send recordings of you reading a story for the kids at the hospital to listen to.
That's cool.
So maybe that could be
Good
a
idea.
community page if you don't have one in your community already.
So let me tell you what happened on my end here in Australia. I saw Kristen's story and I knocked on my next door neighbor's door who has little kids, and I said, hey, can I borrow a few books? And I got this book called Harry Knows Itchy Butt, which is about a wombat with an itchy butt. And I hadn't read it before, so I read it out loud. And there's these really funny lines about this
Were you
wombat that
live?
can't. No, I decided not to go live because live freaks me out a little bit, but I might go live next time, as long as I don't say algorithm. But I ended up recording it and then playing it at 5:30 p.m., which is the time in Australia when kids apparently go crazy and parents really need to get dinner on. And I got sent about 7 videos that parents had of kids watching my book reading over and over again on their iPad. And right now it's about 4 days later, and I'm still getting videos from people who say, hey, I was putting my kids to bed and they asked if they could watch Dan's friend Rob read them that story about the itchy butt again. So, oh my God, that content is useful again and again and again. And now I think I'm going to read 3 books a week and just put them out there on my business page.
I just had an idea.
Are you itching a butt?
No, I was itching someone else's butt, apparently. Nobody else is above me. So anyway, what if you created all those
My
videos?
chin. Itch it.
All right. So what if you created all these videos of you reading stories, kid stories, and you create playlists either on your Facebook page or on your YouTube for just kids stories, and then the parents can subscribe to your channel and then just play the playlist until the kids fall asleep or whatever it is.
That's amazing. I mean, imagine if you're sitting there at home and you're not doing real estate, but you have kids' books. You could totally spend this time recording 30 or 40 books that people can use as a resource. And then, my goodness, you're in their home. There's that touch point all the time with you and their kids, and the fact that, oh my God, you're taking stress off them, and it costs you nothing.
And another
There's also, if you transcribe them, is that the right word?
Yep.
And then the kids can read along with you, and you could call it a read along. Sandy, yes, I showed the pages as I read. And
So
I
you-
used different voices because that's what you got to do.
Got to see the wombat with the butt, right?
And Scholastic right now, if you're in the States, I don't know, do you guys have it in Canada? Scholastic books? Scholastic is still a great way to support your local schools as a fundraiser because right now all of their fundraisers are non-existent. So you can order books from your school and raise funds for your school and have books to read. And they're not expensive. They're super cheap. You can buy the whole Pigeon collection. It's my personal favorite.
What if you recorded this with a 360, or if you had some sort of like the 360 of the book image? I mean, I'm just thinking like way beyond my own technology skills.
You just took it to a new level.
Way new level. But imagine if you could have like a 360 like interactive thing that you have on B-roll, your voice going, and the kid can just like see all the different characters in the book
and upload it to YouTube. Yep.
You could, I mean, there's all these kind of like copyright things that might get involved, but also you could have it, one of the pages be your Zoom background and you could be interactive in the book.
Blatant self-promotion, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight I am reading The Wonky Donkey. Now, I have no idea what's in this book, so be surprised along with me. Tune in, I don't know, it'll probably be midnight your time in the States, as I find out what's up with the Wonky Donkey.
I actually watched your storytelling. I thought it was pretty funny.
Oh, that's a fucking donkey.
There you go.
One thing about my brand and reading kids' books, I actually had about 10 parents message me and go, "Hey Rob, is this actually safe for kids to watch?"
There are some kids books that are not appropriate for kids.
Like Harry Potter.
I've never read Harry Potter. Please
well,
don't
Harry
throw
Potter, the
anything.
first two were very kids. But like after that, it was a little bit too dark for kids, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't watch Harry Potter. I have never seen.
I
the
read
Harry
and I
Potter
watched
movies.
all of them.
I've never
I
read
own all of them, all the books and all the movies. But anyway,
I've also never seen The Notebook.
I have never seen Tiger King.
Me neither.
They're all crazy.
Honestly, your life is better for not having watched that show, but now that I've watched that show, I am so glad I don't live in the U.S. anymore. That's all I can say.
Miss the part where Carol Baskin
Okay,
was
but
in
guys, just so we're clear about the whole Tiger King, I don't live in that part of Florida. That's a completely different life of Florida, okay?
Oh, it's all Florida. Florida's
No, it's
Florida.
not.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Florida's one small state, and you're in it
No,
with the
that
Tigers.
literally should be cut in half, like South Carolina and
Carol
North Carolina.
Baskin
It's
was
like
the
Georgia.
Aunt Carol you were talking about.
What
Carol.
Aunt Carol?
Forget about Carol.
Wrong friend.
Come back. Come back.
I can't find this.
What are you looking for?
The link to Goodnight Shambana.
So on another note, guys, too, we want, as always, feedback as to how we can make this better for you. And that includes if there's a different day, time. I know we get a lot of stuff on the replay. Yeah, keep your clothes on, Rob. Anything like that, let us know. It is our goal to continue to add value. So that would be super beneficial to us to have your feedback. And on another note, I have uploaded the first 2 episodes down here to my YouTube page, and there's a playlist called Your Creative Tribe. And every episode we have, I will upload there. And once everyone sends me their YouTube channel links, right now all I have is Anna's, I will link everyone's YouTube so you can follow us if you decide. Or if you just want to share our learning sessions with anyone else you know, that even if they're not Remax, there's still great content in here. If like your BFF is with another brand that we shall not mention, send it to them. Why not? We just want to make everyone else better. That's our goal.
And in case you don't know, the Remax stickers pack number 2 is out. So download that app and you'll have lots of fun with it.
I love that they have something for a dog. They've got Miracle Home stuff.
It's in Spanish.
Yep,
What did you say, Bri? Because they get
It's in
donuts.
Spanish.
it's in Spanish.
Spanish.
They
In
have
Espanol.
They have donuts. They do have donuts. I think
No.
there's some donuts in there.
some fun stuff in there. I'm
And
excited.
the new
There's
hustle
donuts.
video, the new Remax hustle video as well.
Yes,
Yeah,
I love
that's a
that
good
about
one.
community.
Donut worry. Got this.
Huh.
Hey, some breaking news. Anna and I actually got together in secret at 1:30 a.m. my time. And we recorded a podcast on what we know about 360 cameras. So we're editing that up right now, and we're going to pump that out tomorrow morning Eastern time. So if you're wondering how to use a 360 camera, what the video editing looks like, what the tour editing looks like, which camera might be right for you, we rattled on our 360 camera knowledge for a full hour, and that is coming to you tomorrow morning here in the group.
Awesome. I know that's like a huge thing right now. And I saw Zillow's, all their stuff, it's up by 400%. So it's a big
That's
thing
insane.
right now. Yeah.
We
But
had
it's
an
also
email from
somebody-
a provider they said their request for Matterport tours is up 1,300%.
Wow. I
That's crazy.
believe that though. And I don't think that's going to go away. I think that's just something that so many people are just going to start incorporating into everything that they do. And hopefully, you know, the websites and MLSs, they'll start allowing
More.
of that.
Yeah.
And hopefully they'll use those versus virtual.
That's what's
tours
hard
like
though,
that.
is like I want to put mine in my MLS, but I can't because it's not branded, but it's me standing in the video. So
You know what I wish is that my MLS did not do property panorama and call it a virtual tour.
Oh my God, yes. That's so annoying.
Because my MLS is like the second or the third largest MLS in the entire country, guys. And that's what we call a virtual tour.
Yeah.
But that is, I mean, nothing's changed since late 90s.
Yeah.
That was just a virtual tour.
Or the slideshow.
It's a
But
slide.
I think
It's slideshow, yeah. I wish they could
Slideshow.
change it.
the virtual tour, if you had asked me what I was putting out for virtual tours 6 months ago, it would have been the photo slideshow.
Yeah.
Oh my God, please.
I did Matterport.
But that's what the virtual tour was.
That's so 2010, Kristen.
I wasn't even licensed.
You're so 2000 and late.
All right. Well, I think we covered a lot of topics.
We got
I
a lot.
love the light. I did not know
Fancy.
it flashed. Party and rock.
Remax rave.
Where's our Lightroom app? Does it connect? You know, the app
What?
from R4 where
Oh no, I don't think it works anymore.
Oh, I don't think it
I
works
just
anymore.
deleted it this
Hey
week.
Tom, can we get that back? We need some entertainment during quarantine.
That would be cool. Actually, there's an app called House Party that you can have your friends together in your app, and you have games going on, like trivia and Pictionary. I don't know. My friend was telling me about it.
It's right here.
House Party? I don't know. I didn't see.
There you go.
So you can also like crash people's parties. It tells you who's in the house,
Like Zoom?
and then you can just jump in there and be like, "Hey guys, there were a bunch of agents that were having their own little thing, and I had just downloaded the app, so I had no idea what happened or how it worked. I just jumped into their party, and I was like, "Oh, hi, sorry." So
Yep.
Awesome. All right. We are 8 minutes past the hour. So we are so close to keeping it to an hour, but definitely ideas for next week. And we'll see you guys soon.